It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
This is the Car Con Carne podcast. I am not James Van Osdol. He is currently on hiatus for medical reasons. I am Evan J. Thomas. I am the head publicist at Tag Publicity. I also run Sound Fury Magazine and the Badass Radio Network. So before we start the show, I got some stuff we have to talk about. Car Con Carne is sponsored by Easy Automation. If you're looking to transform your home, office, or business into a smart, seamlessly connected space, Easy Automation delivers custom automation solutions that are tailored to your lifestyle. Easy Automation makes technology work for you effortlessly, reliably, and always with your satisfaction guaranteed. Visit easy-automation.net or Dan at 630-730-3728 and take control of your environment today. Now, we have Car Con Carne is also sponsored by Exploding House Printing. Bands, that would be you guys, brands, listeners, and those who want to get the word out. Exploding House Printing can help with your screen printing, embroidery, and other merch needs. Exploding House delivers production efficiency and cost awareness to offer boutique print shop quality and much lower large print shop prices. Check out their work on Instagram at Exploding House or go to their website or just email info@explodinghouseprinting.com to get a quote. Are we ready? We've got the band Now It's Dark. And as you can see from where I'm sitting in the car, this is old school JVO stuff. We're in the car. We're in my Jeep. I got 5 members of the band Now It's Dark. You could probably only see 1.5 of them. There are 5 people in here. And we're going to start and go around the room and introduce who is who. So here we go.
I'm Frost. I am the lead singer.
I'm Jesse. I also lead sing and I play guitar.
I'm Zachariah. I don't know what to do with my hands. So I hit things with sticks.
Zach, bassist.
And don't pass it all the way back because that will get pulled out.
Splooge, say something.
You just have to yell.
I am Spidey, and I am the lead guitarist.
There we go. We are outside of Burlington Bar.
Burlington Bar.
Burlington Bar. We're in the city right now.
Get some new coats.
Not Burlington Coat Factory, Burlington Bar.
Yes.
So we walked up to this place. I didn't even know there was a venue here. And so we're here for a show. It's a Sunday night. Later Sunday night. First band doesn't go on until 9 o'clock. And you guys have been kind of playing out and around Chicagoland for a while. Mm-hmm. Explain to me, Frost, your band and kind of what your, vibe is with the music.
Oh, God. So I always say we're hard rock with a little bit of metal. We're kind of leaning a little more symphonic, I think, and our past few songs, I think, is showcasing that a little bit more, especially bringing Jesse in recently. We're doing a lot more harmonies and, things live that we haven't done in the past.
Just kind of that way. So with Jesse coming into the band now, you've been in the band how long?
Oh boy, 3 months maybe about, yeah.
He's been around for a while. He's filled in for us and kind of,
So is
I
this
went to high school with these two.
Okay. Yeah. Have you guys kind of had this idea with you coming in for a while, or did it just kind of?
What's funny is when I initially set out to start my own band, I wanted it to be a co-fronted thing, kind of like a Skillet vibe, male and female vocalist, and it just didn't work. It just couldn't get the right members, and it just kept falling apart. So finally, when I got Now It's Dark started, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to focus on the main parts of the band first. And then I've always wanted Jesse in my band. He was actually one of the original members when we first started piecing this together, kind of sort of, and then it didn't work due to scheduling and stuff, but so his schedule freed up and he just, I don't really know how we even asked you to be in the band. It just kind of happened.
You guys have been bugging me for a couple years now, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'll just do some gigs with you, and then I'm just kind of here now.
Yeah.
So the vibe that you guys are doing, how you're looking in the scene right now. So you guys have been playing a pretty good amount of shows. Mm-hmm. You had new music coming out. You had the song Nymph come out earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. And when you look at the projection of your band, you've obviously done a lot of stuff in your past with other bands. How are you looking at this compared to what you have done in the past, and how to kind of build upon recent success?
This is a lot different because this is the first band that I'm, first original band that I'm singing in. So it's definitely a different, just everything for me. I'm more, of a face than I was in the past, just being the higher on bass player. But, I'm doing a lot more content, a lot more just networking and stuff like that than I ever did. And that's not saying I didn't do any, because I did, but it's even more so now, with this band. Especially, too, this is my baby, This is stuff I wrote, or, the first album was, everybody else contributes now, but the first album was all me. So it's got a different place in my heart, than previous projects. And it's just getting pushed a lot more.
So you had said you were the bass player of other bands in the past. Yes. What pushed you into actually being a singer?
Well, I've always written lyrics. That's always been my outlet for, I have anxiety and a bunch of other stuff. So I've always been a writer. That's just how I let everything out. And nobody wanted to sing my songs. And I got tired of it. So I'm like, all right, I guess I have to learn to sing. And, I could sing. I've done backing vocals and stuff for bands in the past. Never lead sang before. And I just woke up one day and was like, screw it. I'm gonna do it.
You do it.
And yeah, I started an Evanescence tribute band as the vocalist. I had never sung anything on stage, in a lead position before, and it was terrible.
You gotta start somewhere.
But I kind of bounced around from vocal coaches. Jesse was actually one of my vocal coaches, and just been kind of working on it for the past 6 years. I don't even know anymore. I've lost track of time, but it's been a while. So,
and looking at you use vocal coaches to kind of get where you are. There's a lot of singers out there that are really good and some that need help. Do you figure with your usage of a vocal coach, do you think that obviously enhanced what you're doing?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, honestly, Jesse's the one who helped me find my chest voice. When I first started, all I did was falsetto, and it was bad.
Okay.
Jesse helped me kind of figure out there's different parts of your voice. There's a lot more to it. And then, diving even more so into it, I work with Mike Semeski now out of, he's in Maryland. He, kind of goes a little more in depth into like the actual anatomy, like what you're supposed to be feeling, where you're supposed to be, feeling it. And then, tying everything with music theory and everything. Even if you've got a great voice and you're a great vocalist, I still recommend, getting with somebody. It's helped me immensely.
And if any of the guys back there ever used a music coach for what you guys do, whether it was a drummer, a singer, a guitar player, a bassist, Jesse?
Yeah, I went to college, 2 music colleges, so originally it was jazz guitar, and then I fell out of love with that, so when I went for my degree in music education, I took up vocals, and I studied that for 2 years, and that kind of transformed a likeness, because I never liked taking lessons on an instrument before that, but when I started taking voice lessons, I was like, because I'm just genuinely obsessed with how the instrument works and everything, so it's very interesting. Since then, I've been mostly self-taught, but I'm on the other side of that now, because I teach kids for a living, so it's awesome. So I think it's something anybody should do if they want to take up an instrument even. It's a cool collaboration with the person teaching, if anything.
It's awesome. And how do the kids take it with you being a, vocalist coach? Do they actually really listen to you and do what you tell them? Because I know me being a teacher at times, doing certain things in the industry, it falls flat on a lot of people. So
it depends on the age. I mean, you're going to have the elementary schoolers who are going to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and be like, oh my God, this is great. The middle schoolers who are going to be like interested, but they're going to be off the walls and not able to control. And the high schoolers, who you're going to have one half of them that are going to be like genuine human beings you can have an adult conversation with and they take feedback well. And then the ones who think that they're that. Exactly. The ones who think that they're all that and they'll be like, oh, I know what I'm doing. It's like, then why are you here in the first place then?
Exactly.
So it's I don't think I have any two students that are the same. So you get used to teaching all different facets of people.
And you have to learn how to teach them differently because not everybody learns the same. Yeah. All right, I put this question up on social media the other day about what's the hardest thing currently that your band is struggling with in the industry. I mean, we all know now with the content creators and all this, it's not just a play music, make music. It's getting your face out there, getting your band out there. What do you guys feel is the hardest thing besides just social media? Obviously, there's other things. There's booking. There's
endorsement deal from Taco Bell.
Okay, we'll get Taco Bell if you're listening.
Yeah, for real, Taco Bell.
Zachariah wants that, so there's
we
that.
all do.
But anybody have?
That's success. That's success right there.
If you can get a Taco Bell, endorsement.
Taco Bell for life. That's success.
If this band gets a Taco Bell endorsement, we're all gonna die.
No, we can control.
We're already feeling it now here in the Jeep. So
where are you gonna go after the gig tonight?
Diet Baja
Taco
Blast.
Bell.
to sleep?
Diet Baja Blast.
There you go.
So what is like something? I'm gonna ask each of you the same question. See if you guys all kind of say the same thing. You and I talked about one.
I know we talked about content. That's been difficult. But I don't know if that's honestly booking right now. I think is going to be the hardest. Just after COVID, venues really changed the way they book shows, and it has been really hard. Especially as we're a little more than a local band, we'll jump states and stuff. But if you've never played in a state before, the venue doesn't even want to talk to you. And it's hard, it's hard to book a run. It's hard to start getting your name out there when they won't even respond to your emails. So that's my number one struggle right now is definitely booking.
Anybody else want to pipe in back there?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the biggest problem is, in our rider, we keep asking for Corona beer in our rider, and they're like, Corona? No, we can't have that. So then we don't get the gig.
I think the biggest thing.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing working against bands nowadays is the fact that live music isn't just a common pastime like it used to be. You look at Seattle in the 90s, and that's just like another Tuesday. People were just going to see Mother Love Bone or whoever it might have been playing. Mm-hmm. So it's not. It's kind of like pulling teeth to get people out to shows nowadays, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of really good bands out there that are doing this that aren't getting the attention I think they deserve. But I think if bands like us keep doing what we're doing, and I think it's about the connection you make with people, because if you have something unique to offer and something genuine to connect people to, eventually they'll you'll find your fan base and then you can get somewhere. But it takes a lot of work to get there though.
We can't compete with American Idol and Pornhub,
Yeah. You guys wanna?
It's a hard market.
I think another struggle is our streaming presence. Yeah. That's a huge roller coaster. We've gone up, we've gone down to like double digits, and just to maintain that, we believe we have great music out there, but just keeping that consistency of retaining listeners, and we get a bunch of new listeners. It just retaining, I think, is something we could use.
Spidey, did you want to?
You guys pretty much said what I was going to say.
Okay, so the shadow back there, that's about it for Spidey.
Nice.
Looking at what, if there was something you can change in the industry in terms of just playing live or doing whatever you need to do, what do you think would be the next step to kind of bring back the live music that, like you said, we're talking about before COVID? Because we've seen it's changed from an original concept of bands being out there all the time. Now the tribute bands and the cover bands are headlining, and the originals are the ones that are opening up. To me, that should be a different situation.
I agree.
But how can we get this mindset changed?
Honestly, I think a lot of it, has to do with streaming, and music is a lot more attainable now. You don't have to go, turn on the radio even. You can just get it on your phone. You can get it on your computer, wherever. You don't have to go, out and see a show. You literally can find it anywhere, and I think that's difficult. So I think streaming is probably the one thing I would change with that.
Do you see possibly streaming a live show and charging for that?
If anybody would pay for it, that's the question. I know during COVID, a lot of bands did like the virtual tip jars and things like that, and that was cool. But again, unless you're a giant band doing that, I didn't see a whole lot of locals or, smaller bands having a whole lot of success with that. But I mean, that's always an option.
But then that comes into cameras and production and money.
Yeah.
And as we all know, this big bad machine called music runs on money. Utilizing your music as you did, what have you learned from your past that you're changing now with your future with the music?
I am changing the way I run the business side of it a lot. I used to be very cutthroat, very, shark in the water. You don't make friends that way, and it comes back to bite you.
We've seen it.
Yeah, and so I was pretty young, when I was doing that, and I think just kind of maturing kind of makes you realize, hey, we're all in this together. It really isn't a competition. You don't need to be like that. It doesn't really get you anywhere. So that's definitely something that I've learned.
Yeah, it's a struggle seeing bands, kind of all be on the same page, is what I see. That's why people and band members move in and out of the band. You have certain expectations as you go in. Mm-hmm. Those expectations aren't met. A lot of people then leave. Mm-hmm. So it's like you guys kind of have to be on the same page to make this all work, or it's just going to be a back and forth kind of thing in a ever-changing band lineup. So it's not something you want to do continuously. I know there are bands that do it a lot. Mm-hmm. There are people that just are a singer and then they'll just hire people on around them.
And that's kind of how this started. It was more a recording project, though. It wasn't live when we started. I had a bunch of songs that I wanted to get out that I hadn't been able to because, again, I was a hire-on bass player and nobody wanted to play my stuff. So I hired a bunch of my friends and we wrote songs. And then, I'm like, I want to start doing this live. And, I did try to do the hire-on thing. Not that I wanted to, but it was just kind of like the people that I was working with, again, friends of mine, they didn't want to stake in anything. They just kind of wanted to show up and play, and that was it. So that's how this band ran for a little while, and then I got tired of being the one to make every decision. I don't like it. I don't want to be a CEO. I want a partnership. So we started making some changes, and I'm pretty happy with where we are right now. Everybody's putting in some work, which is nice.
And I see it, and I've seen you guys your last 5 shows, and just the camaraderie you guys have together, whether it's playful or effing around, having fun. I see it, and that's kind of what builds you guys. Yeah. So before we get out of here, let's get into anything new in terms of music coming out. You don't have to say anything that's not legit yet. Any tours, any other shows besides, I think there's one December 5th. That's my show. So if you guys want to come out to that, that's at Durty Nellie's in Palatine, Illinois. And they're going to be the second band on that day. But any other shows, any other...
We've got your show. We've got... we just got... we announced it, so I guess we can talk about it. We're opening for Boy Hits Car on December 26th at WC. We've got New Year's Eve in Rockford. That has not been announced yet, but it's okay. I'm going to talk about it.
By the time this is out, it'll probably...
It should be. I hope so. We're also working on... we're recording vocals actually right now for a new single. It's a ballad. Everybody has been bugging me for a ballad since we did My Immortal. And so everybody's finally getting their wish. We got that coming out. We got a bunch more too that we're writing right now, working on. Looking at doing a little run in middle of April, give or so. What else we got?
I think that's it.
And a lot of social media content.
Oh,
so there you
go. We did a bunch of stuff that one.
Rockford show, the Apollo?
No, it's not the Apollo.
Which one? You know
you
where it is?
advertise the Apollo show.
It's we don't have an Apollo show.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
So there you go.
You can manifest it.
Apollo, if you're listening, no.
Yeah, so the Apollo AC out in Belvedere, if you guys want to bring on Now It's Dark. I know they're willing to play basically anywhere.
Yeah, we don't have standards.
But, let's get them on a good bill. They are an amazing live band. Like I said, I've seen them several times in the last few months. And especially now with Jesse as another vocalist, he brings a different dynamic to this band on stage, too. You get his, rough look, and he's gets in front of you. He's like, come on, let's go.
Boot in the butt, Yeah,
he's that kick ass on stage. So it's fantastic seeing you guys do what you do. And I think this is gonna wrap it up. So this is Now It's Dark. You can check them out all over the social media. We'll go ahead and say what it is. I think it's just Now It's Dark.
It's just Now It's Dark. No apostrophe. Never apostrophes.
Yeah, no apostrophe between the T and the S.
Yeah.
So it's ITS, just no IT apostrophe S. So Now It's Dark, and it's all social media, and the website, same thing?
Yeah, nowitsdarkofficial.com. Yep.
There you go. So make sure you guys check out Now It's Dark. This again was the Car Con Carne podcast. I am Evan J. Thomas. JVO, get healthy and better. We'll see you soon. Thank you guys very much. Rock on.